from midway in the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Sellers through the noise. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends to the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Running inside. It's Clark. Taken down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He lets one fly deep. Upstairs to make the catch. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
Looking for space. It's Clark. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
Been so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Pass to 6. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a 1st down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better at heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pulling to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Georgia going up tempo. He'll throw on 3rd down. The screen, and watch out. Inside the 25. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game,
just steamrolling the defense. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. And it feels good to land that first take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this drive. Sellers. Looking left. Makes a connection. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st down from the 30. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what do you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This is a receiver that is so good at running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Guys, let's chat about Georgia. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right?
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
3rd and long right here. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Inside. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it away. Touchdown, Georgia. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throwing, Sellers. Fires left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Out wide right, it's Johnson. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's what...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 35.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week we had 2 sacks from this defense. You got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Here's Sellers to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Swats it away.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Now here's Sellers. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's open. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Gamecocks will go for it here on fourth down. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Gets rid of it. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Nowhere to go on that one. They'll bring up second and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB. And the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Sellers. Right side, it's Clark. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Sellers from the gun on third down. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a choke play on that one.
Once you start to get down towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Arrington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's enough.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, you know, this guy's a huge weapon catching the football, and David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Yeah, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Deep in the end zone, it's Clark. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Good gain on the return. His defense has set them up with a big play. Great place to start for this offense. Fresh set of downs going up top. Turns it upfield. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Second down, gonna throw it. Flush to the left. He'll pull it down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. He's looking to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
I'm not going to lie, that 4th down in medium range is really, really difficult. You want to play pass, you're expecting pass, but offensively, boom, you sneak it in there. That means you knew something. You saw something against this defense that you knew would work. Great job by the offense, sticking to their guns, calling the play that was a little bit outside the box.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Off play action. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog! He got it beat down in bounds. They are seizing control and taking away home as they push out the lead in this weekend showdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And another mistake like this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, goal line. And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Here's Sellers to throw. Out wide right, it's Clark. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, at least they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
To throw, it's Sellers. Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. At the 45, on his way. Makes the grab and room to run. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. A chunk play for the offense. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Frazier. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Blue 22, blue 22.
Quarterback changing the play. Motion from the wide receiver.
Go, go.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Put 6 on the board. His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten hit early this one. And numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Sellers, look out. Hit as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable, man. He didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Wide 29.
Looking for space, it's Clark. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. Time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with UAB taking on the number 18 team, the North Texas Mean Green.
He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback.
And it's the Blazers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. They win their 2nd straight game and talk about doing it in style. That margin of victory is a head-turner.
Not a lot of room. It found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. The play fake. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the 2nd half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Throwing, Sellers. Keeps it going. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether
that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Gets rid of it.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Sellers. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Here's a give to Frazier. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Breaks the tackle.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Left side is Kane, putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
95-96 French. 18-32 Soldier. 18-32 Soldier. Down, ready. Red 54, red 52. Go, go.
Play action on first down. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Rolling to the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might...
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Throws for the tight end. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incomplete.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive here midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. It's stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it. Even in the second half, when things are getting tough.
Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Breaks into the open. At the play. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. And they kick it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Coming out with it, it's Clark. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement against the defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Here's Sellers to throw. Throws it deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Rush right in his face. Makes the grab. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body moves and sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Sellers. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Sellers. They're all over him. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Quick give. It's Clark. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Free up the gut. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dogs. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From deep, it's Clark. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You've got to execute those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. You got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Throwing, Sellers. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is...
Turning on the Jets. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Looking outside, it's Clark. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can fight.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Here's Sellers to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, pressure's coming. Escapes the sack. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think Jesse maybe give it to him again? Or you say, hey, keep that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
On first down, Nate Frazier gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Harper. Out wide right, it's Kane. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Rushes on. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Making his first move. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Sellers. Here comes the heat. He's on the move. Takes a hit as he fires. And he almost had a pick.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're in the fourth quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Sellers from the gun on third down. Right side, it's Johnson. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the right. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Got his man all by himself. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sellers to the air again. They get to him as he throws. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find this man for 6.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going. Never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people...
I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been out.
The fake, and he wants to throw. Down he goes. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sets his feet. It's Harper. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Being chased. Oh, he's got some space. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Georgia ready to dive it up on another first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
This time he's got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Georgia going up tempo. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, it looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.